truth about beer.
All the crap that we're interested in.
I'm Keith Davidson.
I'm Papa Joey Stay.
I'm Tim Rice.
Searching for the truth.
Exploring the unexplained. Investigating the paranormal. Subscribe now.
Hit the alert button.
Hit the alert button so you don't miss an episode. Welcome to The Truth
About beer.
and...
And here we are.
That was so badass.
That was kind of fun.
That was cool.
Makes me want to go.
Huh?
Has it really been... I mean,
20?
20?
20.
20? On the 20th?
Wow.
Or 2020?
2020.
2020.
Episode 20.
On the 20th. Year 20.
Uh-oh.
It's 2020.
The 2020 show.
Welcome, everybody.
Didn't even think about that.
Hey, guys.
That's wild.
It is. 20 shows on the 20th of 2020.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. Here we
Hi,
go.
Wendy.
It's only one. Wendy's got a
Car.
car.
Do you still have that car?
She does. She does.
All right.
All right,
Nice
Christine, hello, and Super Horse
Hey,
Show Mike.
guys.
Yep.
Got
Rebecca.
a lot of people on already. That's
Michelle.
pretty quick.
Michelle. And let's bring on our guru of the suds.
Jeffrey.
There he is.
All right.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Uh-oh. Did he go back to the other
He
way,
went
too?
back to the
What
Scarlet
is going
again.
on? Hold on.
Do we need to turn
Hold
the
on.
Scarlet off?
Hold on.
What is going on? But it doesn't say that. That's what's weird. Hold on.
Hear me
a
in your
second.
headphones? All right.
Where are you?
We're hearing you in the back.
Hold on.
This is so weird. No, it's all Roadcaster.
How is that possible?
Test 1, 2. Test
It
1,
could
2,
be.
3.
That doesn't make sense.
Your voice is coming to us from a distant...
We can hear you, but we
spot.
can't hear you.
That is so weird, isn't it? Let me just choose him here again.
There?
Are you there now?
How about that? Any better?
No.
No.
That is so weird.
Can you come closer to the
What?
microphone?
If you turn that unit off, will it...
He said unit.
The Scarlet?
Yeah.
Maybe
Will it
that's
go away?
So weird. It's nothing on our end, right?
All right,
So-
stand by, Jeff. I mean,
Got it
Yeah,
coming
you're good.
back here.
So however you fix it the
We're
first time
feeding
isn't
into
working
the,
this time?
very strange.
The other room.
Welcome, everybody. While we're doing technical difficulties again, I mean, it's to be expected.
Hey, Rebecca. And
Naked
Mike.
Bigfoot.
Hey. Welcome back.
Oh,
Hello.
miss you, man.
Yeah. He's minus a kidney today.
Oh,
But I think he's feeling better, he said.
awesome. So, what is that, like a 8-pound weight loss?
I don't know. Talk to us, Jeff. See if
Hello. You,
Yeah, see,
Hey!
he's back now.
all right.
Jeff?
That is so weird.
That's not Jeff.
Well, I'm glad I'm here.
We're glad you're here now too.
Yeah, it's good to see you
Absolutely.
guys.
Buddy. Our glasses are getting warm.
All right. Well, then we better drink.
We
So,
should.
It's
How
a
did
it's
we
a
go
nice.
from 15 to 9. What happened? You kick people off?
Probably.
They got mad.
Yeah. They don't like the non-audio problems.
All right.
But we're
So-
doing good now.
Twist or
Now it's
church
back to
key?
12. See?
Church key.
So there really isn't too much to say about tonight's beer other than it's delicious. Let's just crack it and get drinking. But so it's the
Let's crack
Ballast
it and
Point.
drink.
Ballast Point. They're really known for their Sculpin IPA, and so this is the grapefruit version of their Sculpin IPA.
Ooh, I don't like grapefruit, but I have a feeling this is going to be tasty. So, do we want any head or just pour it straight up?
I would just pour it however you like to pour a beer.
Okay, watch this. This is how I like to pour a beer. Watch this.
We've witnessed that before.
I love this.
Yeah, I got a decent little head there with it.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not too bad. How's your head?
My head feels fine.
That's a pretty. It's
Yeah.
pretty.
It's pretty.
Nice. Yeah, I like a good decent head on my beer. So.
Yep.
But anyway, so Ballast Point. So these guys, they came around 96 in San Diego, California. They've definitely grown quite a bit since then. They're pretty popular now. I don't know exactly which number they would rank in terms of size of breweries, but again, it's all about that Sculpin IPA, which Sculpin is I don't know if the bottle has it, but the can has the picture of the fish on it.
Yeah.
And a
it
Sculpin,
does.
it's basically a poisonous fish. So it's fish, and well, I should say venomous, not poisonous. The spines on the fish, they are venomous if they poke you, but apparently the fish is quite delicious to eat. I've never actually had one, but yeah. So they're of course very nautical themed. The logo that they have, it's the little instrument the sailors use to navigate the seas.
Navigate. And where in California?
San Diego.
San Diego. Yep.
All right.
So-
I used to play beach volleyball in 1995 down in San Diego.
All right, nice. But yeah, so the
Too
IPA,
bad.
it's got 70 IBU, so you're going to get some pretty good hoppiness out of this.
Oh, it
and
smells great.
The grapefruit is added. It's not like it's just a note of the hops. It's truly added grapefruit. So, but anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Yummy.
Oh, yeah.
That's a legit IPA right there.
I used
Yeah, it
to
is.
despise the IPAs, and it's like too bitter, too fruity, too whatever. And now I love it.
Yep.
I might have missed this messing with the sound, but what's the IBUs on this?
70.
Oh, it's good. That's yeah.
And
a good number.
ETA,
And that works out to
Yeah, 'cause
seven. Yeah,
7%.
7%.
Yep, 7% ABV, ABV, and yep, 70 IBUs. And I mean, to put in comparison, like one of my favorite double IPAs is 72 IBUs, and so those of course are known for being really hoppy. So 70, I mean, it's up there, and you taste it. It's got that classic just IPA taste, and then it's kind of like the back of your tongue is where you get that grapefruit as you're drinking it.
yeah, the front of the tongue gets nothing. The back of the tongue gets everything.
Now, do they use the rind of the grapefruit too, or just the fruit part of it?
You know, honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. The things I was looking up, they really weren't saying too much about how they do it,
Right.
other than, like I said, that the grapefruit is obviously added there. But yeah, I mean, it's got the bitterness to it, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's
yeah.
some rind in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, really not too much to say about this one. There's nothing too amazing to, no crazy
It's very
history like
tasty.
the other ones, other than it's just a delicious hoppy IPA.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely hoppy.
My grandma used to make me eat grapefruit when I was a kid, and I couldn't stand it, so I'd put sugar on it, and I'd just eat it,
Yeah.
eat it, and I swore the day I moved out, I'd never eat grapefruit again or even taste it.
Well, that's why I asked that question because when you peel grapefruit, you get some of the rind on the back of the grapefruit, and when you eat it, it tastes very
It's
bitter.
bitter,
And I was
yeah.
wondering if they actually use that to add to the bitterness of this at all.
It
Yep.
tastes like it.
Yeah, be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely would be surprised. But
Have you
Yeah,
ever had this
so
one before,
anyway.
Jeff, or no?
Not, I drank some a couple days ago when I first had it, but that's the first time I had had it.
Okay.
So it's
Can
one
you
that
go
I've
light
always
our
seen.
fire
There.
over here? He has a fire in front of him. Can we light our fire here? we're down to 70 degrees.
He's got the nice
75.
ambiance
say-
there, though.
It's like 50 degrees tonight. We're going to be below.
Bless your-
It's going to be
bless
like
your
25
heart.
degrees tomorrow night. I had to blow
Oh,
out
wow.
my sprinklers. Yeah, like we're legit
Uh,
getting into below freezing temperature already at night.
wow.
Oh,
It's still 88 degrees outside right
is
now.
it? Yeah, we don't need a fire.
Yeah.
You got some clouds in the background there.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful night. That's just
So tell
Had
the
to come
people
out here.
what the mountains are in the background.
so behind
What
me is it's the Wasatch Range behind me. So that's where all like the main ski resorts. So literally I don't know how well you can see it or not, but like
I
that's
can see it.
Snowbird Ski Resort is right there.
Okay,
One of the most popular
cool.
ski resorts in the world, really. And then Alta and so yeah, all the main ones. And then Park City is on the other side of those mountains and a little further north.
Awesome.
So yeah, and then behind me is
Yes.
the Ochre Mountains. I'm on the other side of the valley. I've got the mountains pretty close to me, really even within walking distance, but they're not nearly as cool. There are no ski resorts up there.
Yeah, this is the right side. I like this side.
Yeah. Rebecca says to add grapefruit, not sugar.
No, salt.
Oh, sorry. No,
Yeah, and
sorry.
that's what I
Salt.
used to do.
Grapefruit.
I love
Sorry, I said
salt.
grapefruit.
That's what I used to do.
Salt would be
Really?
so much. I put salt on cantaloupe, watermelon.
Yeah. Makes it all
Everything.
sweeter.
Does that
Yeah.
cut
Yeah.
the bitterness? Does
Yeah,
it?
Cuts the bitters and makes it
Interesting.
sweeter.
I've
It's
never
kind of
thought
weird.
I'm gonna have to go try a grapefruit now with salt.
Salt, yeah.
I wonder if
mean-
that'd be good in this.
I was
I
just
like-
going to ask that.
Well, yeah, let's
might.
trim it and put a lime in it.
Yeah.
I like yeah.
I'm sorry, that's blasphemy. I'm sorry. You don't put fruit in fruit.
Actually, a little salt and then
A
some
little salt
maraschino cherry.
and some bitter.
Now you'd be
or-
changing the drink altogether, huh?
Yeah,
Hey.
well, that would be. I mean, I've had maraschino cherries.
No,
with,
I think
with
salt would
grapefruit.
taste good in it.
It's good.
Yeah. No, that could be delicious. You can maybe
Well, a
I don't
lot
know
of
if you
people-
guys have ever had any of the beer cocktails where they'll use beer as the main ingredient but make a legit
Right.
kind of cocktail out of it. I don't know.
I've had
I don't
beer
know
with
what I would do, but
everything.
this would probably be a good one to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I've tried is, a chelada.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
that's
that
the
would
only
be
thing I've
good
done with
too,
beer.
you know?
But no. Actually,
That's got lime and lemon.
there was the I can't remember what they called it, but it was you take a Corona and Malibu rum.
Oh yeah, yep. Do you guys have Yard House down there in Phoenix?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Yard House, that's when I lived in Vegas. I'd always get their beer cocktails. They do some amazing ones, really fancy stuff, but they're delicious.
Yeah. People put salt in.
Put
Corona.
salt in everything.
A lot of people put salt in Corona. Yeah.
I put salt in my relationship. I don't know what that means, but I put salt in everything.
All your relationships are wounded. I can't talk.
That can go one or two
Salt
ways.
solves. Salt cures everything.
So I've got a little bit of a confession to make to my beer bros here.
Uh-oh.
Is that us?
You are my beer
All right.
bros.
Oh, I feel special.
So, so you know the seltzer thing is of course a big kick, and that's and
Yes.
you know my motto is drink whatever you like. But for some reason, just the macho asshole in me comes out anytime my buddies drink a seltzer. Like I have to make fun of them. I can't stand that they drink these damn seltzers.
Oh,
like
those,
just drinking
those
IPA.
Bud seltzers are killing me.
But so
Raspberry and lime. Oh, go ahead.
well, and I haven't had well, and that's so the last one I had was literally over 2 years ago, and it was just disgusting. And I like seltzer water, and I like alcohol, but you put it together, and I don't like them. Anyway, all that being said, all of my buddies are drinking these damn seltzers in between their IPAs and everything else. So I finally broke down and I bought the Coors seltzer. I heard they were actually pretty
Oh,
good.
God.
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty tasty.
No,
Oh,
they're
no.
not.
It was. I'm not gonna, by all means. I mean, I can't. They're a little too sweet, in a way, which surprised me. Why they? It tasted good because it was sweet, but I drank two
Okay,
of them in
all
a
right.
row,
First of
and
all,
I was
first-
done. I could not do another one though.
Yeah.
First of all, it's artificial sweetener.
Mm-hmm.
It's glucose corn syrup, and it's the Bud ones have the raspberry, the lime, the peach, and everything. I tried them.
Yeah,
It's a knockoff. It's a It's cheating. It's not real.
Yeah. I'm not going to defend him by any means. You're totally right, Tim. I agree. I was just surprised after
Nobody
making
should
fun of
drink
them,
any of that stuff.
honestly, for 2 years to take the sip, and I was like, all right, that wasn't as bad as I expected.
I
it to
did
be.
taste the Bud Lime seltzer,
Yeah, I've had that one.
and it
the
was like
lime seltzer.
it was
was all
refreshing. It tasted like a Perrier with lime.
I do have to say, Jeff, that if you said White Claw, I'd have to delete you off the screen right about
Yeah.
now.
Or Zima.
Oh,
They don't even make Zima
Believe me.
anymore, do they?
I hope not.
no, it was the White Claw, because everyone says the mango is the best, and there's White Claw mango, and then there was Coors, and they have mango in the Coors one.
Well, you
So it's like,
put
Right.
I'll at least buy
fructose
the
corn
Coors,
syrup.
but by no means am I a seltzer guy. I'm just trying to be honest.
No.
I want
No,
a
no.
nice.
But you did try it.
Go buy a bottle of Perrier and put some fructose corn syrup, artificial sweetener in it, and just put it in your regular beer if you want. I mean, but no,
Yeah.
I mean that stuff has got to stop. They
Oh,
got to
yeah,
stop
no.
that right away. That seltzer beer has got to stop.
And unfortunately, it's not slowing down. It was just absolutely.
Well, it's going to
rampant.
be like Zima. It's going to be popular for a while, and then it's just going to go.
This could become one of my new favorites.
Yeah, I like
Actually,
it.
Might then they
Yeah.
make
Oh,
a Bigfoot
Just because-
Jesus tap dancing Christ, they are nasty.
Yes.
You can still buy Zima in West Virginia. Wow.
Nice.
you can pour it on your pancakes.
That's
right?
because it's West
Yeah.
Virginia.
Oh, I
Mike
will
says he would
continue to
bathe
make
in
Bless
fun
your
of
corn
heart.
Oh, we got to get some of Mike's, some of his homebrew stuff
Oh, dude.
for our 1,000.
Yeah, can you send that on an airplane? Or
can.
We're gonna have to
SL
figure
or-
out how to get some from
You're gonna have
him.
to go there and smuggle some back. That's funny.
Oh man,
I'm giving the recipe to what?
You could still get Zima in Ohio too. That's interesting. I haven't seen Zima in years.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
I haven't.
I haven't looked. I guess
almost
that's probably the big thing.
No, it was at a
Have you
Gila.
looked?
He was really cool, and he bought me a Zima, and it was pretty cool.
because they relaunched it a couple of years ago, right? It was like 5 years ago. They did a
Oh,
relaunch of the Zima. Yeah,
Because of the
And-
seltzer craze?
I don't know.
Or
No.
something?
I think it was more because it more compares to like Smirnoff Ice type garbage.
Mm.
I think it's along those lines, but yeah. Again, I
Okay.
just can't. You just drink a good beer and nothing beats it. So
All right, you guys, please don't be offended by this. I was a flight attendant for 27 years. Please don't be offended.
I'm
by
offended
this.
by that.
I'm offended.
I've worked with a lot of gay people, and their favorite beers was Zima, and it was awesome. I mean, I tried it. I've been to many gay bars. But that was the beer of choice. I mean, the what do you call it? What are the flavored fruit?
Like the wine coolers?
Wine coolers.
coolers.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
a wine cooler of choice.
It was a wine cooler. That's
And it
exactly
was.
what it was.
And
yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
And it's not. I'm not putting a label on anything, but it was very special.
yeah,
And
None
I
of
had a
those
lot of Zimas.
taste- I can't say none of them taste bad, but I mean they taste okay. But you just can't drink more than like 2 of them in a row. You feel
No,
like
you
have
gotta
diabetes.
put lime and you gotta put a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah,
So I'm going to beg to differ with you for a second, though, Jeff, because
please.
I drink a lot of the seltzers just because I don't like to drink soda anymore.
That's how she got off soda, was seltzer.
Seltzer water, right? And I like the flavored stuff.
Yeah.
But I would never mix the alcohol because when we did the Santan Brewery tour, they gave us the couple of cans of the seltzer that they were experimenting with, and it was a raspberry,
Right.
And it just wasn't good. It just
No,
yeah,
it
I
wasn't
wouldn't
special.
taste-
No,
No,
yeah.
no.
So
There's some
fructose-
of them. Yeah, I can't stand. There's plenty of the
Yeah.
seltzer, which is why I didn't drink them for 2 years. I hate
So
it.
fructose
The only one I
corn
can
syrup.
speak to is Coors Mango. That is the only thing I can speak to. It wasn't as bad. It wasn't bad at all, actually. But I would
It
never
tastes
drink
like
more than.
Budweiser.
It was the
Two
less
in a row.
shitty one.
Yeah,
I bet
Exactly.
it tastes just like Budweiser.
exactly.
Only you and I are going to get that one.
But you know the seltzer market really is booming
Is
right now.
booming.
They're building a White Claw brewery here.
But they need to
Up
get
off the
out of it.
303.
They need to get out of the flavored syrups, the fructose corn syrup. If they can make seltzers with they call it natural flavors. They can't do that. They need to add real flavor to seltzer.
You know, beer's been around for 10,000 years or more. It's not going anywhere.
No,
Exactly.
It's not going anywhere.
No.
But fructose corn syrup has been around not long.
We're going to do an
They just need
episode.
to stop doing that.
We're going to do an episode on the health benefits of beer and whiskey.
Beer's healthy.
I like it.
Because everybody avoids it because they think it's not healthy,
Oh,
but
no.
that's really untrue.
I've got a lot
ways.
of proof that beer is very, very healthy, and I can go back to the Egyptians.
We'll save that for another episode. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
We're going to
It's
do
a
a full
different
episode on
podcast.
that. Right?
I
Yeah,
like
it's a
it.
different podcast. I like it.
Absolutely. No, let's do
No,
it.
but while they were building the pyramids, they found that those people that built the pyramids were living on beer and bread.
Oh, yeah. That's how they paid
So
them.
they paid them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And they were healthy. But there was no fructose corn syrup.
No, because they were giving it to the children. And
How do you guys feel about
fruit?
fructose corn syrup? Just by the way, I just
I try not to think about it.
it's going to cause every
Every
health
form of
problem,
cancer that's out
every
there.
health problem, and you
know?
could have. And
A
if
lot
you
of
see
the
it on the
beers are
label,
brewed
do
with
not
it,
drink it.
unfortunately.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, we need to avoid that.
But Budweiser is not, so you got that going for you, Tim. There's no
Yes, I do. So I'm going to live longer than some
Budweiser or
people.
Bud Light.
What makes you
Exactly.
think I take a
Yeah,
lot of
no, I
fructose?
didn't mean
Well,
to get
no.
off on
Do
a
you
seltzer
drink fruit?
tangent.
No, they don't
Have you
put
ever-
that.
No.
They don't
You
put that
avoid
in
it?
beer because that will not turn to alcohol, will it? The fructose, because it's just
Isn't that like an oxymoron?
Yeah, I think the only thing, you don't, I really think it's just for
that would just
flavor.
make things sweeter. I mean, it wouldn't
Yeah,
add to the alcohol content
That's
because
a-
it's not going to ferment because it's not
No.
frickin' real.
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we got that cleared up.
Oh, me too.
That's a whole nother episode. We'll go into the
Let's
health
do a
things on
fructose
another,
corn syrup episode.
right?
Drink it straight, do shots.
That's all right. We'll be in a coma.
Exactly.
Oh goodness.
Well, cool. This was a good beer.
Yeah,
very
this was
good.
awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's just
Okay,
nice
I'm
to
gonna-
drink I haven't had this legit of an IPA in a while. I've been drinking so many random different beers lately.
No, this is a
It's
really
nice
good
just to
beer.
have a good, bitter, hoppy IPA. I love it.
For a Budweiser guy, this is a really good beer. I'm very impressed.
Nice. I'm glad
Thank
you like it. Yeah. And
For a
please
Budweiser
continue to
guy.
make fun of seltzers. I did not mean to bring that up. They're like
No,
defending it.
seltzers are special.
Make fun of them. They are ridiculous. I can't stand it.
They are
We need to
stupid.
stick with real beer. So
Yes,
It's
exactly.
like there are people that don't like fruit in beer, like lemons and oranges, and they just like they're like no fruit. I'm saying no seltzer.
All right. Well, just to keep the record straight, this is the truth about beer and
not
no
seltzer.
not seltzer.
Not seltzer.
Say no to seltzer.
and
I'm
I
gonna
was
make
just
a
living up
shirt.
to the truth about part. I was trying to be truthful with you guys, and I
You
wanted
are,
to be
and we
honest.
appreciate that.
I'm such a manly beer guy that I just think you needed to know, that I drink a soda this weekend,
Well,
and I
we
feel
don't
horrible.
think any less.
We're
of
gonna
you.
start making shirts that says beer, no seltzer.
Exactly. I like it. All right. Well, right on, guys. I better run.
All right.
Really? All right.
Thank you, Jeff.
Got to put the kids to bed now. So
All right. Thank you,
So
sir.
I just want to tell you something. I'm not going to say what it was, but I did try to find the beer that you sent us the message about,
yeah.
and they don't sell it in Total Wine. So I think I'm going to have to go straight to the brewery for it.
So I was talking to my buddy, and he was actually there. It was like 2 or 3 months ago that he was there, but he brought it back and just forgot to give it to me. But that's what he said, that they were at the brewery itself or at the restaurant, I guess the brewery / pub, whatever.
Yeah,
But
there's
see if you can
several
get
of
it.
them, so-
I held
Yeah.
on to one can. I've already drank 2 of them, but gave me 3. I've still got 1 left in case we're going to do it on the show.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is a
we'll find
teaser.
it.
This
I
is
work-
a teaser.
I work in Tempe, so it's pretty close to the brewery. So one of these
Okay.
days I'll swing by there and I'll grab a 6-pack.
Yeah,
And
just
we'll
check
send
me.
you.
Let me know
We'll
if
send
get
it to you, and I'll
Okay.
label it as like
Not seltzer.
organs or something special. So it didn't get through. So it gets through security.
Nice.
You'll send it with hearts and kidneys.
Hearts
Right?
and kidneys
Exactly.
and eyeballs.
Hearts and kidneys are Tinker Toys. Anyway. All right, Jeff, we'll let you go.
Hey,
right,
buddy,
right
thank
on.
you so much, man.
Until
Thank
next
you.
week. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Keep enjoying that fire,
I'm
too.
all
Stay
gone.
warm.
Well,
Thank you.
This is
All
Don.
We'll see you guys.
All right, bye. I'm jealous. He's got a fire.
I know. That was nice.
Can't have a fire yet. Still too damn hot.
I know.
Ah.
It feels like a fire outside.
So we let's get into this thing.
Let's do it.
Because we had a different show kind of planned tonight, and it's going to be delayed a bit, and it's going to be a great show when it does happen.
Yeah, I can tell them about it.
Tease it a little bit.
I'll tease it a little bit. My my stepdad is special. He's going to come on as soon as he can get his hearing aids fixed. They just went out, and I don't think he can get them fixed till the mid-November, which is so sad. But he's going to come on with a lot of good information for the people that are mediums, clairvoyant, seers, people that have that talent to see the other side. So as soon as he gets his ears fixed and we can get him on, we're going to have him on. But it's going to be a great episode. Don't miss it.
It is.
Mid-November, I hope.
And I've experienced a mind-blowing episode dealing with your stepdad.
When we called him up and asked him what was wrong with our...
Yeah, because you were determined that it had to do with the wiring. You kept telling him to try to go look at the wiring and stuff.
Right.
And he wasn't having anything to do with that.
No.
And that's because it had nothing to do with that.
Had nothing to do with that. I was totally wrong.
And he kept saying, no, it has to do with the software and the upload of the new modem. It's just not getting the new upload.
Yeah, it was sending an upload to the old modem.
No, it wasn't even doing that.
It
wasn't even doing that. It's just it was delayed a day because it did it overnight.
Right.
But
what he knew was
right.
But
what he knew was exactly
it was 100%.
It was 100% right. And,
and I mean,
where's he at?
he's in Buckeye.
Okay. He's not anywhere close to.
No. And when I lose my keys or my phone or anything like that, I call him up and I say, hey, man, where are they? And he says, they're right next to a motorcycle seat. And I ran out back. I look at all my quads and all my motorcycles. I'm like, nope, they're not there. I locked my keys out of my car. He goes, no, they're by a motorcycle seat. And I'm like, I've looked all over the house. There's nothing by a motorcycle seat. So I went, and my daughter shined a flashlight in the back of the car where a motorcycle seat was sitting, and the keys are right there. And I'm like, it blew my mind.
That's
so
pretty nuts.
It's going to be a great episode with Scotty. His name's Scotty Gowan, and you guys are absolutely going to love this episode.
I'm really looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun.
But his hearing aids went out, so it's going to, VA, it's going to take till mid-November, but we'll get him on here. But that's something you have got to witness. It's going to be a great show.
That'll be cool. Hey,
Just
Andrea,
the fact that
thanks
he
for
agreed
joining.
to do a show.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be very cool.
All right.
So tonight,
So
We're
as
talking
a quick,
about everything.
Yeah, we're going to go back to the beginning a little bit and talk about our paranormal experiences that we've
And when we've met
yeah
and before
our
and
paranormal
after.
journey
our paranormal journey. Yes,
up till now.
up till now.
And if you guys have any questions about all of the episodes that we have done, feel free to, ask those questions.
Yeah, feel free to chime in and let us know if you have similar experiences that we're going to talk about. Then let us know that for sure.
Yeah, so we're going to show some clips from those episodes and actually tease some upcoming ones too. So because we have so much in the can that
we can't even.
We need to get out of the can.
Yeah, there's so much you guys have not even seen, and there's so much that we're going to do that we can't even. We can't do new stuff because of all the old stuff.
Well, we can
do the new stuff, but we have to show the old stuff.
No, yeah. We need to. Well, we don't want the old stuff to get lost.
No,
get stale.
It already has
because we haven't shown it yet.
It already has,
and so
And then in Vinny, we've got some new stuff coming up about airplanes. You guys are gonna love, but that's a teaser.
That'll be fun too.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. So, anyway, when Keith and I started our channel, we were just going to talk about beer and
snakes.
No,
yeah, it was beer and all the crap that we were interested in.
Yeah.
And so our first episode had to deal with snakes because, Keith worked at a sanctuary where they rescued reptiles and stuff. And so we went out there, and that's where the show started. And lo and behold, our second episode, we interviewed a musician that had a paranormal experience, and we got off onto that topic, and we kind of knew that we were going to go
Paranormal bound.
yeah.
Because it interests us so much. I mean, I've been watching the ghost shows, like Ghost Hunters and all that since they came out, and it was always just something that fascinated us.
And
So-
what episode did I catch you in?
Oh, it was season 2 when you caught us.
Yeah. So we were through the whole
That's
first
when
season.
everything went.
Right. We're being told that our video is pixelated. Is anybody having that issue?
I'm not pixelated.
Because it looks like it's playing fine. We don't really have any issues here.
It is pretty low def. What's what's the camera?
What's our bandwidth?
Yeah, it is pretty
Seven
ugly on my phone, actually.
720 or 1080 or what are we?
We're at standard
So-
definition. You want to try to go high def or
So you can't see the.
See what happens.
see if that changes anything?
See if that helps. Let's see how long it takes to catch up on my phone.
We've been having some weird stuff happen tonight. I should probably run an
It
internet.
really has. It's been kind of weird.
Internet test. Let me see here. Let's see if we
Speed test?
yeah, see if we're having any issues with the internet tonight, which we shouldn't be now that we talked about
No,
it.
we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Internet's good.
All right, you guys are just drinking too much.
And we're at almost 300 megabits per second, so we're good.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of weird, though.
Yeah.
Slow down on your truth about beer drinking, and
Try refreshing your screen, see if that does anything. Maybe it
Well,
does.
I'll have to close out this and try it again.
Yeah,
Because
let's
it looks terrible on my phone.
Interesting, because it's playing fine here that we can see. So it's a bit blurry.
Come back.
still pixelated.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. You know what we look like. As long as you can hear us.
Yeah, I was going to say, is the audio okay or is the audio?
If the audio's okay, we can continue.
Yeah.
That's just kind of weird that it's doing that.
By the
Yeah,
way,
it is
that
weird.
is not Dracula's castle.
It's not?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But we're going to have to start teasing. We're going to have to start promoting that more.
I know. Let us know if the audio is okay. Give us a hint, guys. Let us know. If the audio is okay,
It's a
we're good.
little blurry. The
Laughing
sound
my
has
ass
come
off.
through great.
What are you laughing at, Mike?
What's funny, Mike?
Tell me what you can't just say laughing. You got to tell me what's funny so we
He
can.
says
keep
that's
going.
just how those guys really look in person.
Right, exactly.
They just look blurry.
Funny.
Oh, so where do we get to?
audio is great.
Audio's great. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
So as long as the audio
Mike is laughing, so almost laughed my crater out. My what
catheter.
catheter?
Oh,
Oh, dude, don't do
the
that.
TMI.
Wow,
Do that. Don't do that.
that hurt
Calm
just
down.
thinking
Calm
about
down.
Now I can't say TMI anymore without thinking of 3 Mile Island. I saw a little documentary.
Hey,
on
Pete,
that.
thanks for joining us tonight.
Call
Hey,
it
Pete.
TMI.
So yeah, audio's okay.
Thank you,
Video's a little
Kathleen.
blurry, so I don't know what's up with
It's
that.
really strange.
Freaking weird. Weird shit going on.
Oh, we have like 45 people watching us.
Well, it's funny because when we first started this, the audio was doing some weird shit too. So
You can always expect.
where's
paranormal
Julie?
shit
Damn it!
happening.
What's going on?
She's in her room. I hope in her box.
Yeah.
I got to see if I can line up the glass with my shirt. Let's see. Because I could see the beer through the glass. Whoops. Oh, that just confuses it more.
So let us hear your questions. You guys ask us about episodes we've done, and we're going to do
Well, that isn't what we were going to do.
a little
but-
more teasers.
Oh, sorry, we got tracked, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
All right, so our first episode. Well, I was actually going to bring up a point when you were saying where we were going with the podcast initially. So as everybody knows, we're musicians, and we were actually going to incorporate music into our podcast.
Right.
We were
Still
going to interview
need-
local artists.
We
and stuff
still
like
need
that.
an opening song.
We'll work on that when we have time. We got to get episodes out. We don't have time to write a freaking song. But, you know, it wasn't until we actually brought on our first musical guest where we had the paranormal story, and it kind of took off from there, huh?
It really did.
Because then we got in touch with Vinny.
Yeah. Well, we had another paranormal group that we were trying to hook up with.
Yeah, we did.
And I'm so glad that things worked out the way they did. You know, see who hooked up with AZ Piers, and they were so welcoming to us to come out to the Gila County Jail.
Hi, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Oh, she probably heard that too many times.
That's a great song, though.
Yeah, it is a good
I love
song.
that song. So episode 3.
Episode 3. So that was our first kind of experience of using equipment and fun things that we've only seen on TV
Right.
up until this point.
Yep.
And so it was just really cool. Vinny and his group kind of just turned us loose. Said, hey, here's some equipment. Go knock yourselves out, you know. And so we caught some cool things that night for our first time out.
We did.
And so that's what I'm going to try to roll now, and hopefully it won't be too crazily pixelated.
Okay, let me bring you on.
Crazily?
here.
Is that a word?
Crazily.
So for those of you who haven't watched episode 3, you can go to our YouTube channel and watch it. This is
totally
part of it here.
para crazy.
Yeah, so this is at the Gila County Jail
Make sure you unmute.
in Globe, Arizona.
Yep.
So we might have some echo here
this
because I'm
out.
going to turn this up before
I can mute us too.
let it go. Echo.
So now I don't know if we. Are you turned down again? Okay.
Yeah, I turned it back down again. I don't know why that's not going through. We tested it earlier, and it worked.
Did you guys hear that? Oh, you can't. They just said they couldn't hear anything.
Can't
so
hear anything.
what happened was on that was something had touched me on my arm, and it was on this arm, I believe it was. I think it was my right arm. And we actually had the FLIR camera going at the time. And when I think Jay was holding it, wasn't he, at that time? He was holding the FLIR camera?
Yeah, I was holding the camera.
Yeah, you were holding the
I was
camera.
doing the IR cameras.
So you can see how my forearm, where it felt like 3 fingers touching me. That's what it felt like. And you can see that spot on my arm that was just blue. It was just really blue. That was very cool.
Yeah. No, I'm bummed that the audio's not coming through.
I don't know why that is.
We tested it.
We heard it.
Yeah. But that was pretty cool for our first time of experiencing some stuff. What?
I screamed like an angel. Okay, you guys
No,
stop drinking.
I was reading Peter's
Keep up
question
with
that
us,
says,
all right?
Are there any phone apps that are true or real that you guys recommend?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would say,
Necrophonic.
yeah, I don't have as much experience with the necrophonics as maybe Joey does, but
And Ghost
for
Tube.
me, the Ghost Tube.
Ghost Tube's
For
awesome.
sure.
Ghost Tube is awesome.
Yeah, I think it's.
And if you can download the SLS part of the Ghost Tube,
Yeah.
is that a separate thing?
It's separate, but it's not. I mean, it's part of Ghost Tube, but it's a separate
Upgrade to the SLS.
upgrade. Yeah, I guess you would say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
here's
they're wonderful, man. They're fantastic.
and this is my take on those apps. Because I'm an awkward person when it comes to starting out an investigation, just to go out and start talking. And so these apps, for me, kind of are icebreakers, you know. If you play along with the app, a lot of times they'll start off with just gibberish and nonsense coming through. But if you interact with what it's telling you, I think what I've experienced is that all of a sudden the spirits or whatever,
They will
they're kind of saying, "Oh, okay, I see what's going on here." You know, they start interacting with it, and then all of a sudden you start having a conversation,
Right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool.
And you have your doubts at first, and this is something I brought up to the guys a long time ago. It has a vocabulary, and for lack of better words, it may say words that you don't recognize. But after a while, having a conversation, it will like fine tune itself, and you will start having a conversation. But you may experience some very weird words in the beginning when you get started.
Yeah, and that's the same with necrophonics. And kind of what I've been watching a lot of videos that, like what the Paranormal, they use necrophonics quite a bit. Yep. And I Want to Believe You, they use it quite a bit. There's a bunch out there that are starting to use it. But here, well, let me finish this because this is what's kind of cool that I've noticed is it'll start off just like it does for everybody. You'll be hearing the same voices, the same kind of thing. But it seems like after maybe 10, 15 minutes into a session, then all of a sudden the voices change.
Yeah.
They start getting more.
They start communicating.
It starts to work.
Yeah.
And that's when I get the chills.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
But it kind of goes back to what we've always said. You know, you can't just rely, in my opinion, you can't just rely on one piece of equipment.
No.
You have to debunk that piece of equipment with another piece of equipment. And like Vinny says, when you start getting multiple pieces of equipment giving you the same results, then you can kind of make your conclusion. Because, you know, we'll turn the Ghost Tube on, and how many times have you heard it say, in danger?
Yeah, in danger,
Right?
demon.
I'm coming to get you.
I'm dead.
Right, exactly.
Am I dead? Yeah.
But
After a while, you get confirmation between your equipment,
but when you have an
and then you start getting conversation. But
Right.
in the very beginning, it's gibberish, sort of.
but when you have the Ghost Tube and an obelisk saying the same thing,
Yeah.
But that takes
Or-
a while.
and having the same conversation between the two, that's when you can go, okay, maybe there's something here.
Yeah, because when you first start it, you're getting overwhelmed by probably many spirits and many paranormal activity, but sit there with it for a little bit, 10, 15 minutes, calm down with it, use your other equipment, confirm what you're seeing and what you're hearing, and then it becomes a conversation.
Yeah.
But in the very beginning, it's just like, wow. It's like
And one other thing I would say about the necrophonics is it's almost like learning a new dialect of the English language.
yes.
Right. Because you're going to hear words and sentences come across in different voices, and it takes a while before your mind or your ears start hearing them chained together in these different voices, and that's when it gets really cool.
One sentence can have 4 different tones. Like I am here could be in the I, and the am and the here can be in totally different octaves.
Yeah.
So you have to train. You have to learn it. You have to train. You have to train yourself to learn how to listen to it, because there's a lot of distortion. There's a lot of
Well, the nice thing is with that, you can turn the distortion off.
Right.
With the necrophonics, I like to use it with no effect at all.
Dry, right?
Just
I
completely
like the
dry.
echo though.
I
love
don't.
The echo.
I used to, but I don't now.
Yeah.
Because I
I used to like the echo.
I did used to like, because it gave it more of a creepy factor.
Well, it gave it more of a confirm. Like what did I hear? What did I
Brian.
hear? What did I hear?
Yeah, but then that actually covers up the next thing that comes out.
does. I've
true.
noticed
That's
that.
And so once I've learned how this thing really does work,
And you take your time.
yeah.
And wait.
So without the echo, without the reverb, without the white noise, you can chain those words together a lot easier.
Eventually get a conversation.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree.
Anybody else have thoughts on that? They like the necrophonics just dry.
I guess.
I'm waiting. No.
Favorite color?
Now, somebody did say, Rebecca said I use the necrophonics a lot.
But it
There is another clip on this episode that I do want to play, Joey.
And it's ready to go. Except
let's
can we
play
get
that.
the?
I'm going to try to unmute you and see if that does it, your computer. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
we'll talk about this next piece after we actually play it. But it is queued up, you think?
It's close.
Okay.
So I'll clip it.
If you can't hear it, it's okay. We'll talk to you about it.
Watch your step. Will you serenade us?
Somebody else can.
I'll go on there.
Here, let me hold the camera for you. Take the, do an EVP while you're
Oh my gosh, you're not kidding. It feels different in here.
For real.
Yeah.
It's not like
I
a,
already have goosebumps now.
I don't know.
That's weird. I felt fine until I walked into this room. Is somebody in here with us? Somebody in here with me? Make a sound. Touch the silver stick if you're here. Do you want me out of this room? Let me know. Am I invading your personal space? I'm not going to leave until you tell me to leave. Play the guitar and touch the stick.
Oh, battery's going.
On that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Turn mine off over there.
That's why I'm way on that phone. What's that? I'm feeling uneasy where it's actually really pretty calm. That was weird though.
I could feel a little bit of negative for a second, and maybe that's what it is. It came out and went past me because I only felt it for a minute.
Yeah, it's like literally all the hairs on my arm, standing on the back of my neck. Are you still with us?
You didn't touch the stick on the way out.
Can you come by the stick like this?
Did you not like me in there? Did I make you angry when I was in
I
there?
think you need to come back over and see what happens. Because I
Not
don't.
by myself.
No, I'm playing in there. Let's bring her around. See if that.
Because you felt it.
Oh, he's going in there.
Okay, he's in there. How do you feel?
So what I think was interesting about that,
Let me bring that back down again.
so that was really the point I wanted to bring out was, and I don't think we noticed it until we went back and watched it after the fact, that, so just to backtrack a little bit, this was Jay's first,
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun
Experience.
because it was my son Jay was with us
right? And it was Lindsay's first.
and Lindsay's first.
And it was our first too, really.
We're a
But
bunch of virgins.
they had a really profound experience. They walked into that cell and they felt something that was not right. And the thing was, when you indicated that your camera was dying, and they were fully charged, right, when we went up there, Jay also indicated that that feeling is now gone.
Yeah, and at that same time, I felt a rush of just yucky kind of energy go past me.
Right.
Because I felt like, ugh, I'm getting sick. And then, oh, I guess I'm okay. But I felt that foreboding or whatever, that feeling.
So really, it was like
when it went
it was
past
like
me,
that
so.
energy just drained the camera, drained everything. It was just a weird experience. It was just, you just felt something weird. And then I went in this cell afterwards, and I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, there's nothing in here.
Yeah, because I think I went back in there too after you. And I was like, well, darn it.
We missed it.
We wanted that experience. So it was a really cool first experience to have.
Yeah, it really was.
Hi, Anna.
Hi,
Where's
Anna.
Anna at?
Through the veils on.
Oh,
too.
okay, Anna White.
So you guys let us know. Have you heard or seen or been touched more? What are your thoughts? And I mean, I've seen, I've heard, I've been touched, I've been scratched. My wife has been scratched.
Or have you had equipment failures?
Have you had, like told draining, battery drains?
I mean, one of our investigations we were on, I think we had just gotten started.
We were
and
in,
two of the cameras died like right away.
We were in Oracle.
Was
And
it Oracle that does
everything just, remember that?
Mm-mm.
that? Everything was acting weird.
It just
Right
stopped.
off the
We
bat,
couldn't
yeah,
get
it was-
anything.
Yeah, that was weird. All the cameras, the night vision cameras we
They
had
weren't-
were
nothing was
acting
working.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was strange. That was strange.
But we've walked into several places and batteries are just drained right away.
Thanks, Heavy Metal Beer Club. We got to give Joey credit for the background because Joey does the backgrounds here, so that's
Thanks, Joey.
pretty cool.
Have a little bit of fun.
Joey's our guru of the backgrounds. He's our artiste, I guess you would say. Was that it for that episode?
That was it for that episode.
for that episode.
We didn't have, well, we did have an EVP that we shared at the very end of it, and then we were able to debunk it. So we'll,
That was great.
I should have saved it because it was a lot of fun. So should we just at least tell them about it?
Tell about
okay.
it.
So we were standing outside of the jail, and anybody that's familiar with the jail, there's a bridge that goes from the courthouse to the jail, and they call that the Bridge of Sighs. And that's because, as they got sentenced to life or whatever it is, they'd have to cross that
Green
Bridge
Mile.
of Sighs, and they would, I'm gone for the rest of my life. Anyway, they
Do that again.
I'm gone.
That's so cool.
They did have people commit suicide off of that bridge because they didn't want to go to jail. So they just kind of jumped. And so we were down underneath that conducting an EVP session. And a car went by and they were playing some pretty heavy duty hip hop stuff. And so Keith Ryan and I are out there kind of just bobbing along with it. And I just said, Tupac, just for fun, And we looked at each other and kind of grinned. And then a couple seconds later, I picked up an EVP that said Tupac.
Wow.
But when we went back and watched the video, I repeated myself. I whispered it
twice.
Yeah, so you could see my lips move at the same time saying,
You debunked it.
so we debunked it. Darn it, because it sounded really cool. But it was fun.
Yeah, Paranormal Underworld, Jax. We don't know why our video is fuzzy tonight. It doesn't look fuzzy on our end, but you guys are obviously
Yeah,
seeing
I can.
it fuzzy.
It's
So
pretty fuzzy on my phone.
should I go back to the regular? I don't know. I don't know why it's.
Yeah, that's the highest we can go, right? Yeah, 720 is the highest we
I'm
can
going to go look back there and see if there's something wrong with the audio.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't be audio, but it'd be video.
I'll be
right back. Go back to standard definition. Let's see if that changes anything. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't either.
Nothing's changed from last week, so doesn't make any sense as to why it's doing that. So, but
The camera is set the same resolution?
yeah, because we had it on standard last week too, and
I mean, the camera.
yeah,
So,
I haven't changed that at all. So
Okay.
yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it's fuzzy.
That is really odd.
Yep. I'm reading some of the comments.
Yeah,
here, so
It's kind of, you read people's responses to other people's questions. It's like, oh, crap, what did I miss? I'm trying to read. What's Mike responding to? Super Horror Show.
it sounds like our question of has anybody been touched or
Oh.
draining of equipment or anything like that, and it sounds like Paranormal Underworld's had it all happen. Been touched, been scratched, been equipment drained.
Yeah.
So
Well, I've noticed on pretty much all of our investigations that we've done together that you've had a touching experience
I know.
somewhere. Yeah, it's.
I don't know if it's because
I guess I'm just so ugly.
do they
Nobody
know
wants to touch me.
No, I think it's because they know I'm a skeptic first of all. So I think they want to fuck with me. That's what it comes down to. They just every episode we do, they want to touch me and say, "Hey, I'm here."
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
Explain this, dude.
So our second paranormal adventure we did with Vinny and the crew, which our hats off go to Vinny because and the whole crew, Ghost and everybody, because if it weren't for them, we probably wouldn't be doing this right now. But
Probably not.
probably not. So definitely want to thank them for getting us involved. But our second experience was at the tuberculosis hospital in Oracle.
Yeah, Acadia Ranch.
Katie Ranch. And that was really kind of a neat place. We had a lot of things happen that night.
A lot of stuff.
We did. Yeah. And so I'll set up this clip. So Vinny had saw on another paranormal show them experimenting with walkie-talkies and somebody listening to a ghost box or spirit box, with their headphones. So they're kind of isolated. So they're not, the person wearing the headphones cannot hear the questions being asked. But the idea is that as you hear words come through the spirit box, that you would vocalize them. And so here in Oracle, at Katy Ranch, there's a room in the back called the ice room, which I guess back in the day was probably their refrigerator. So they kept ice in there, and that's where they would keep all the perishable kind of things. And so we put Keith and Lindsay back there in the ice room, closed the door. Lindsay had on the headphones listening to the spirit box. There was a walkie-talkie in there for Vinny to relay questions to the room. So Lindsay can't hear the questions, but Vinny's in a different room reading off the questions, and this is kind of what happens. So.
We're about to be locked in the ice room.
Yeah, so I'm locked in the ice room. Chill,
Chill.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That was the coolest part right there, man. Freaked me out. Want another one? Let's explain that.
There's a lot.
Vinny did.
There's a lot of explaining
Vinny
to do
did.
there.
Yeah, some talk about that, but
For those who didn't get it,
So a couple of things happened there. The whole idea of that experiment was to see if Lindsay and I got any kind of reaction inside the room, but it seemed like all the activity was happening outside the room.
yeah, in the kitchen area.
Right. And I had no idea what the hell that noise was. I mean, it sounded from in the room, it sounded like a phone that was ringing. Like I had no clue what was going on until they came back in and told us. I think you said it. You said shit's going crazy out here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was almost in time with the question.
It was in time with questions. That's what made it kind of funny, is because Vinny explained, though, when you key the walkie-talkie, that key in the walkie-talkie can set off, EMF
Right.
devices and REM pods and stuff. Well, it wasn't going off with the keying of the walkie-talkie, because he was asking the question, and then it was coming in after the question.
Right.
That it was almost like on cue. That bear started screaming.
Yep.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. And then that, the REM pod just started just going off like crazy the whole time. It just wouldn't stop.
And then I came and rescued you out of the ocean.
That was interesting. That was definitely an interesting experience.
Joy and I were in another room, and unfortunately, we didn't get the video, but we had great experiences.
Kind of have video, but for some reason the camera didn't want
the
to
camera-
stay on the.
No, it kept turning the camera.
Yeah, the camera kept
We had
spinning
a chair
away from us.
fall, we had a box drop. We had a lot of good stuff in that room.
Yeah, that was Acadia, and that was a different room that we didn't really investigate on this investigation.
Right.
Our first time there.
Right.
Yeah, so this is our first time out there, and yeah, the second time out there with Tim and Allison will be a future episode.
Oh, cool.
It will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys had some cool experiences that night too. It was
Yeah, no, that place doesn't disappoint.
no,
No,
not
never.
At all. No, I think we're going back in November too.
I
There's
think
some dates in
November
November.
7th,
Something like that.
something
Yeah.
like that. Should be fun.
So it'd be interesting. So that's so far we watched episode 3 and episode 6. So if you guys,
And we're already over
How are we
an
going
hour.
to get to
I
20?
know, I know.
We're not going to make it, are we?
We're not going to make it through all of them probably, but
No.
we'll maybe highlight some of the more impressive things that we've gotten.
Go ahead. Let's.
But no, if you guys haven't watched those episodes, please go check them out. They're really, I really think those are some good episodes to get some good evidence, because episode 3 is when we first really kind of introduced Minnie's team and got to know them a little bit and what their experiences were, and then we got to show our experiences on
Yeah.
the first time out. So
And on this one at Acadia Ranch was when we met members of Ghost.
right,
So we met Wendy for the first time, Wendy and Darren, and we've just been a tight knit group ever since.
so then we did our next adventure, and I don't know that we really have a lot of footage from this one, but was Superstition Skies, which was it's a local bar that we've played in for quite a few years, but we've always heard stories that the place is haunted, and I don't know if we really got but unfortunately the evidence we did get that night
Right, it disappeared.
somehow got erased.
Mm-hmm.
It was gone.
Yeah, and kind of interesting thing. I can get that word out. So we did our investigation. This before Tim and Allison joined us,
Right.
and so we learned that there's a Native American dude.
Indian
that-
chief.
No, it wasn't a chief. He was a patron that used to hang out there at the
Oh,
bar.
oh.
And
Austin.
no, we're talking Superstition Skies.
Skies, not
Oh,
the
I'm
other
sorry.
one.
Yeah. And so anyway, he was a regular there and had passed away. And they say that they see him in a certain area of the bar once in a while. Mm-hmm. And so that was some of the footage that got erased and disappeared. Was Pam had caught on her SLS somebody in that corner.
Mhm.
And was it Karen that went over?
Yeah, it was Karen.
It was Karen that went over to be by the person, and he was there for a bit, whatever. So it was mapping the both of them. And then he disappeared. And then they ran the footage back, and nobody was there.
It never recorded.
Never recorded.
Never recorded.
So they couldn't run it back. So, so anyway, fast forward a little bit to when Allison came to the bar first time. I went over to talk to her. She was at one of the tables closer to the bar area, and she goes, "Well, she's kind of a medium type of person, clairvoyant, whatever." And I went and was talking to her. She goes, "I just saw looked like an Indian standing over by the pole,
An Indian chief with a full garb."
Oh, that doesn't make sense at all. Then I
Right.
thought she just said it was a Native American guy that she saw standing over
She
there.
said she saw the headdress.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part because that wouldn't have been the same guy then. 'Cause-
I could be wrong.
We'll have to ask her.
yeah, I'll have to ask her
have to
because
ask
I know
her.
when she told me, it gave me
She saw
chills.
an Indian. She saw
Yeah,
an Indian.
that's all I heard, and that gave me the chills. She didn't say it was all in
I thought
garb
she
and all
saw,
that.
well, like a feather, something on his head.
Yeah,
with
I don't know
feathers.
what. I think
It may have not
probably
been a chief. It just
Yeah.
may have been a feather.
could have been.
But
Yeah,
she definitely said a feather on his head.
that she could tell that it was
Yeah.
Native American. And that's what I got out of it. So I got the chills about
That
that.
freaked her out big time. Big time.
Now, Vinny says they do that session without the walkie now. So, I'm curious, Vinny. Like we talked about, it was when you actually keyed the walkie, nothing happened. It was after you asked the question as to when it happened. So, do you think the walkie had an effect on the bear? I don't know, because the bear was quite a distance away too. Because the bear
It
was on
was
the
an
stove.
after effect. I mean,
So, I don't know.
It was just interesting.
It was
because it didn't happen every time.
No,
It was,
it didn't.
so
But then the couple of times that Lindsay did spit out a word, it was kind of relevant to the questions, wasn't it?
right.
I
They're
think.
asking how many,
Right.
and she said, I think I heard 5.
5.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
Mhm.
it came through. And then, and keep in mind, that was our first time ever listening to a spirit box also. So we weren't sure what we were listening to either.
they
So.
were virgin
We were
spirit
virgin,
boxers.
yeah.
And she goes, I don't know what the hell I'm listening to.
Right, exactly.
That was fun.
So that was interesting. So what was the next adventure after that we did?
Well, after Skies,
Yeah.
that kind of finished up our
season.
first season.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we kicked off the season. Our first, I would say, paranormal episode we had was your episode, Tim, with the UFOs.
Right.
Oh, the UFOs.
Yep. So we kicked it off with that.
And then we opened up a can of worms.
That we did. That we
So we
did.
got a lot of views on that episode. And so it kind of took us in a different direction.
And part of that different direction is we added Tim.
Yeah.
That is.
We
Permanent,
went from snakes to me to here we are.
So Vinny's saying, yes, the walkie did. Now I sit in a room and whisper the questions. Interesting.
So I have reached out to the pilot on my flight, and he might be interested in coming on and talking.
Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
So stay tuned for that.
Oh, did you see? I mean, this was just this month in Sholo. There was 2 different pilots. There was a commercial pilot and a pilot in a Learjet
Private.
that were flying above Sholo and saw a mile-long
Tether? Or a
UFO.
UFO?
Yeah. I was just seeing something about that today.
Hey, Allison just jumped on and she said, no headdress, just an Indian.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
sorry. My bad.
So she just saw.
She did see it, though, because she
Yes,
grabbed
and that's
me. The
what
minute
that's what
she saw
made
it,
me
she grabbed me.
gave me the chills.
And she said she saw it around the same area that you had seen it.
I didn't actually see it myself, but I was told that's where
That's where
it would be seen,
Right.
and that's where the SLS camera was picking up on it and stuff. So yeah,
So,
it
my
was kind of
bad.
like it was verification. It was pretty cool.
But she totally saw an Indian standing there, and she grabbed me, and she says, "Oh my God, there's an Indian. And I'm like, what? I looked right over at it, and she was like right there, and she was looking at it. But I don't know where I got the feather.
I don't know. But, there was another piece of evidence picked up there that was pretty chilling. That first time we were there. At Skies. We were doing a spirit box session at the Elvis table.
That's right.
That's where Elvis used to hang out there when he was filming his movie Charo.
Yep.
And so they preserved his booth. And so they were doing a spirit box session there and asking who was there with us. And 2 names came across on the spirit box. First one was Connie. And then the second one was Burnett. And so this is kind of what we've learned about the place is there are a lot of patrons that say that there's a spirit that hangs around there named Connie that's quite mischievous. She likes to push bar stools and do funny things to people. And then there was an artist that was known as the fastest artist in the West, fastest painter.
You wouldn't know it by looking at it.
Yeah. But there's a mural and it's a very huge mural. It takes up the whole back banquet area.
Yeah, like 3 walls.
3 walls, and he painted it all in a day. And it's all kind of Arizona
It's sorrels
landscape
and
and
mountains and
Yeah.
it looks
and
like
so
it looks like the scene from the Roadrunner and the Coyote.
yeah, it
Bugs
really
Bunny,
does.
yeah.
And it turns out it was one of his last paintings before he passed. And so his name was Burnett Plainton.
Clayton. Yep.
And he used to drive around in an RV and they called it Plainton Place. For any of you that are old enough to know about an old sitcom. It wasn't a sitcom. It was an evening serious, kind of like before Dallas and those came out.
Breaking Bad.
One before that.
Not even that.
Way before Breaking Bad.
There was one called
He had an
Peyton Place.
RV though.
But anyway, yeah. So it was interesting that the name Burnett came across on the spirit box.
Yeah.
It's not a normal first name.
Well, and the funny thing about not only was that verified because Burnett's name was all over like the menu, where they
Right.
described the history of the place, but we found Connie on a picture in the hallway.
Oh, that's right.
Remember that?
And a rodeo picture.
Yeah, the rodeo picture.
Yeah.
So that was interesting too.
Yeah.
So-
And that was all after we heard these names.
Right,
So it was
right.
pretty wild.
That was very cool.
And I'm sure we can go back again.
Oh yeah, we'll go back for sure.
Yes.
I know Vinny wants to go back. He mentioned he wanted to go back there, so we'll do that again.
Welcome home, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay. So so I guess the very first episode we did in season 2, then that was a ghost adventure, I would say, was New Mexico, right? Wasn't that our very
I
first
guess
one?
it was because let's see.
Yeah, it's 200. I was 201. Right?
Well, it was like 20.
Well, we started to do a series because we wanted to keep up the ghost hunting thing.
Right.
So we started doing a ghost hunting 101. So we brought Vinny on and talked about what he usually does to
The process.
the process,
Right.
when someone calls and is asking for help and whatnot. And so we were kind of following that one. Let's see, we did Roswell. Yeah, so it wasn't until we went to, that was 208, episode
Holy
208.
crap. Was it really that far?
Yeah,
Yeah.
before we actually did another investigation.
Yeah.
Then we went to Monsters.
After that, we went to Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went to New Mexico, kind of did a double whammy.
Double
there.
whammy. Well, you and I only got to do the one whammy
Right.
on that one.
Right.
But the rest of the group got to go visit a place that we were fortunate enough to
Go back to.
with them
Right.
again, and that's a future episode.
Yes.
It's the Dona Ana courthouse and jail in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
That was very impressive, by the way.
That's where I've had my most definitive experience of knowing that something was going on that wasn't human.
Right.
Or wasn't living, whatever. So
Yeah. Yeah, there's no denying it either. I mean, there's no way to debunk it.
that was just.
So was
really
that
cool.
your episode?
No, we didn't do that episode.
We haven't done
that
it
episode.
yet.
No, I mean, was that the time that you finally got it?
I think so. For me.
Well, I mean, that I got an answer. I've believed it.
Right.
So it's not like
And you
I
just
was
had
waiting.
yours, right? Wouldn't you say?
that was the same spot was really the first for me. I mean, it was this confirmation because there was really no equipment involved with it. It was just it was raw. It was right there.
Yeah. And when you say got it, it's not like I'm hook, line, hook and sinker type of thing. It's
when
like
you-
I've had an experience where it's like, okay, if I've got this, then there's got to be more.
Right.
You know. So I'm still skeptical of things. It's going
And,
to
and
still
you
take.
should be.
Yeah, you have to be. You know.
Hell,
Is
I'm
it-
not. I passed skeptical a long time ago. But I understand.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though. For me, and I'm just speaking for me. I'm not speaking
Right,
for
right,
anybody
right.
else. But for me,
We're all different.
you know, you hear all the stuff on the equipment, you hear the ghost tube go off, and yeah, even at the Adobe Deli where we went, I heard stuff go off, and it was cool. It was cool to have the experience we had, but to hear it just with your own ears and to know there's no other explanation for what happened,
Without equipment.
that was the definitive moment for me. Going, okay, this shit's real.
Yeah. When you
That's it,
have
don't have
blood
it.
coming
Yeah,
out of
exactly.
your back,
Yeah,
you'll know.
Well, I
it's
didn't have
real.
that.
I know you haven't had that yet.
I haven't had that experience yet, but
When you get the scratch and the blood coming out,
Yeah.
that's kind of like I'm
But
there.
it doesn't take that from me. That was real.
It
That was
shouldn't
real
need that
shit.
for
I
you.
mean, I
Right,
heard
right,
that
right.
with my own ears.
Yeah.
right.
You know,
But see, even if I had blood and getting scratched or something,
You're
I would
still
still try to
skeptical?
go. I would still try to figure out what I brushed up against, what I did. You know, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like you're.
I was going to
getting-
say it's
yeah.
perfect that you said that because that happened to me at the Adobe Deli. So I walk in, we're just setting up our stuff, and somebody told me, somebody said your arm is bleeding,
Yeah.
and I had blood all the way down my arm, like no reason for it. And Brian had the same thing on the same arm in the same area. But I really think, honestly, there was a area you had to walk in as we're coming into
And
the
you
gate,
both got.
and I think it was a bush. I think it was a bush that we scratched up against.
But when Allison was sitting in that room and she got out and said, "My back is sticking," and
Yeah.
you took the
Now, see,
picture.
Allison's, I believe in
Right.
totally because
that needs to.
that
I'm not
was-
saying that needs to happen to you.
No, I know
I'm
that
just
happened to
saying
her.
that that's a pretty good indication that this shit's real.
Yeah, and I've witnessed it also with Rebecca at the DeSoto
Oh yeah.
too.
And
So-
Lindsay at the
did she get scratched?
antique.
No,
she
but
didn't.
her
The antique
attachment.
shop
Oh,
she
her
had
attachment,
had.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think, you know, here's the thing. I think everybody has their own, it's going to take an event and it has to be an individualized event
Right.
to make somebody go, okay, this shit's real. You know what I mean? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a scratch. I don't think.
No.
I think it, you know, like for me, it was the Doniana. I really think it was. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, yeah, my arm was bleeding. That's cool that Brian and I had the same thing happen. But then I said, yeah, it was the bush outside, you know.
Yeah,
We
but
can
at the
explain
time
it.
that happened at Doña Ana, there was nothing else that
No.
could describe it.
No.
But I still think that I've asked you both. You haven't had that come to Jesus experience,
And that will never happen for me.
you don't know that.
I don't believe in Jesus.
No, not the come to Jesus. The thing that proves the paranormal. The final indication.
I
that
hope
what we're-
not. I really hope not.
Well,
Because
I
then it
love
would
to-
lose the luster. I love the thrill of
You
the
love
hunt. The thrill of the hunt.
and once you find it, you think that'll go away.
I mean, if I find something that's that, then it would kind of be the end of
It
the.
wouldn't push you to go further.
I don't know. I
But like Vinny says, read what Vinny said there. He goes, I believe in the paranormal, every investigation, he goes in as a skeptic.
You have to.
Don't pay attention to the claims.
Right.
So if somebody says the place is haunted, you want to go in, you're going to go in as skeptical, you're going to believe it, you prove it for yourself.
But when was that point? You guys tell us. When was the point for you, that point where you absolutely knew? I don't believe these guys have had that point yet.
But is it a point, though? Is it really? If you go in as a skeptic every time, is there ever a point?
I think if you go in thinking, if you're in the frame of mind that, yes, this is a real thing, it's really happening all the time, then you're going to have that experience.
Exactly, because your imagination's going to
I'll give you a great example. Okay, we recently did the train depot in Globe. Okay, and I heard all kinds of stuff happens there. Right? Isn't that what we heard? We heard all kinds of shit happens there, and we got there and spent a good 4 hours there. Nothing that was the come to Jesus moment or anything. I mean,
got some cool K2 moment there in the one room, but
that's not enough.
But we could have explained that away as something else.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Equipment is not enough. You have to have the actual, like I saw the UFO on the airplane. You have to have that.
But that's rare. That's rare.
It's very rare.
I mean, for something like that to
and you
happen.
guys may never ever get that. You may never get that. You know that.
But I'm not. See, that's where the
And
difference
if you go
comes in.
looking for it, you're gonna expect it, and then you're gonna confuse it with when something does happen. You're gonna think that's it. So you have to go in it not expecting to have
and so here, from my perspective, when you're talking about your experiences on that, I'm more of a skeptic of what you're experiencing.
Sure, and you should be
than anything.
Right.
So it's like, no, there's other reasons, there's other things that are causing you to experience what you're experiencing. So the more someone has what's the word I want to the more someone has a hard on about something, because I can't think of the right word.
Hold on.
They have a profound experience.
That's a different podcast.
The more I'm a skeptic about it.
The more somebody has an experience that is credible and confirmed, and like mine, that gets you to believe a little bit more. But until then, you're still a skeptic,
right?
Which is fine.
I've
been a skeptic for years.
I'll tell you. I'll share a quick story with you. I know we're getting kind of off topic here, but I had a great conversation with Wendy this weekend, and I've always been really fascinated with Wendy's experiences because she's had some really cool experiences.
She has. So
we had a conversation this weekend, and you know me, I get frustrated because when people say, "Oh, do you see that over there? Do you see that chat?" I'm like, I don't see shit. I don't know what you guys are seeing. I don't see it. But like Wendy said, she doesn't physically see it. She sees it in her mind. It manifests in her mind. And Wendy, correct me if I'm not saying that right, but that's kind of how you put it, is you're not really physically seeing, but in your mind you're seeing it.
No.
You know what I mean? It's a subconscious thing, I guess.
I don't think
see
so.
it.
I think it's totally physical.
I don't know,
totally
because
real.
Why don't I see it then? If it's there, if it's a physical thing, everybody should see it. Am I right?
Not
if
everybody.
something appeared in that corner right now, physically, we should all see it.
No, not all of us should
Why?
see it. Because your mind is not completely calibrated to that.
I don't know if I buy that.
Because when you do, you're going to know.
Yeah, I believe that there are different dimensions.
And
And
realms.
I think that it depends on it takes
access.
Yeah, you have to have access to that other dimension, and I think that's not for some people it's something they're born with, and I think probably most children are born with it, and then they're discouraged from it.
All children are born
as they grow older.
But is it really a physical thing, or is it a psyche thing? Is it something
both.
you
It
see
is
because you're
absolutely-
open to that
it's
realm?
Absolutely both. It's both, or you couldn't have explained the scratches on the back of Allison. It's both.
Darren says he's with me; he doesn't see shit. But but that's that's my point. Like when we went to the DeSoto, Was it DeSoto? Yeah, there was, right? The DeSoto?
The stinky place?
Yeah, yeah. It was at DeSoto, right? Wasn't that the name of the place?
Oh, where the guy was trying to tell us that we were seeing shit?
Right.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know,
that's manipulation.
your adrenaline starts running. Oh, do you see that there? Oh, I see it there. It's manifesting. It's
no.
like, I don't see nothing.
No, we were in the bathroom together at Hitching Post, and we both saw.
That was a whole different podcast. Anyway.
we both saw a shadow. You can admit that.
And at Tombstone, I saw something too, but I just don't. I don't know. I think to me, if it's a physical thing, just like this beer glass, everybody should see it. It's a physical thing.
But that's just it. It's not a physical thing.
And that's my point. That's my point. So she's saying she sees it in her mind. It manifests for her in her mind. I haven't gotten to that point.
And you're
yet,
saying
is what I'm
until
saying.
that, you're skeptic.
Right.
But that may never happen for you.
You're right. Just like I may never see a UFO like you did.
Right.
It may never happen for me.
Right.
But I'm open to learning how to open myself to that, I guess you would say.
Open your mind to
Is that the right way
thinking
say it?
that other people have seen these things and you believe them. It's really hard to do. I mean, so many people believe I'm a kook for my alien story, but there are many people that believe that I did see it. But until it happens to you,
Right. But it may never happen. So that
it may
means-
never happen.
Does that mean I'm never going to be a believer?
No,
Not necessarily.
No,
I mean-
it means that you believe in believing in it until it happens.
I was reading Wendy's comments. Sorry. Yeah, Wendy, I just didn't want to misrepresent what you were trying to tell me. I wanted to make sure I relayed it in the right sense. But
Wendy's trying to eat something.
Bon appetit.
You're starving? All right, go
It's
eat.
been a long day, huh? Hey,
what's-
Mike,
what is
Super Horror Show.
what did
That
he
was
say there?
an opposite. Let me just a second. Hold that thought.
Huh?
That was an awesome episode you released today, by the way. Your collaboration with Kelly. That was really good.
So Lindsay
get to
says
see
she
it. I had
can
to work
believe and be a skeptic at the same time. And you know what? I think you're right.
Which everybody should, I think. Like Vinny said, he goes into each episode, each investigation as a skeptic.
As a
I believe.
skeptic,
but I'm sure
until
he
you
still
believe.
believes because he's shared stories with us of shit that he's seen. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't mean just because you're a skeptic doesn't mean you're a non-believer.
But Naked Mike is seeing some stuff that has caused him to believe that what he has seen is real.
I'm trying to follow what Super Horror Show is saying there.
And
Some
until we
people-
do a road trip up there with Naked Mike, Naked Bigfoot,
Yes.
we won't be able to experience that. But I hope.
And I really believe that it takes like magic mushrooms and stuff like that. No, really, seriously, because these are things that our ancestors
Yes, it's a
used
different
all
dimension
along
and
that will get you into that other realm.
other realm.
And
You're right.
And we've been cut off from it. And I just really like Graham Hancock stuff.
But okay, so I'll ask you to that point
Okay.
of what you're saying. Are you saying that you have to be in an altered state to be able to believe?
I think it helps. I think it really helps because if you go to Native American, shamanism and all that, where they do their rituals with peyote and different things, well, that moves them into that other realm. It pulls that veil open that our
cut off
physical eyes are just not.
So I say the next
Accustomed to
episode
see
we
so.
do acid.
I did that once.
I did it many times.
I was just going to ask, does beer work? Because I'm not doing it.
No, I won't do
it's the
that
same
again.
thing. That won't send you into.
I was in high
realm.
school and
I
I went
guess
and
I'll never
watched.
say it.
Acid sends
The Wall?
you into a different.
No, that was long
dimension
before The
and
Wall
realm.
came out.
Yeah.
I'm talking 2001: Space
talking-
Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
Peyote, LSD. We're talking the medications that send you into different dimensions, different realms.
And a lot of those are
Beer
mushrooms.
doesn't do that. Well, I maybe.
But I
Once
just
or twice,
I tend not to agree with that only because I there's got to be. I mean,
Well, meditation. will
Sorry,
get you
Wendy,
into
but you're
that.
not tripping out every time you see things either. But
No, but you know, the
but-
monks that do meditation and get into that zone, they can access that realm.
But I think however you open your mind to it, however you can open your mind, whether
yeah,
it's
if it takes a
meditation, whether
drug
it's-
or a chemical to do it, you
God, I
can do
hope
that.
We're not talking chemicals. No, these are natural
LSD.
natural things that have always been here and that our ancestors used, clear from the Anunnaki.
Well, pot shows me a whole lot.
Can I just say something though? We're not promoting drug use
No, we're
on
not.
this
No,
episode
just marijuana.
by any means.
And we're not even talking drugs.
You missed my point. Still. Oh God.
Talking natural things.
That was just a
herbs.
joke. That was a joke.
Let
just
the law-
natural herbs, just marijuana.
Let the
no
lawsuits
drugs.
roll
no
in.
drugs.
Here they go.
Please don't do drugs. Just marijuana.
No, I want to open myself up without having to do that shit. There's got to be a way to do it.
No, but the Indians did peyote get to a whole different plane, a whole different level, and the Germans did it. They did the LSD to make them at a whole different level, and Einstein, well, experimented with it, but a lot of people won't believe that. But chemicals can get you to a different realm and a different dimension, but you can also get yourself there through meditation and through physically altering your mind through.
That's the key. Whatever's
There's many
gonna-
ways to get there.
I believe that.
Drugs can get you there.
Not drugs. Herbs.
Meditation, yeah, that's different drugs.
Herbs.
Meditation and certain exercises can get you there.
Anything that will get you extremely relaxed and open.
Yoga can probably get you there.
Yeah. Yeah. Things that will open up your chakras, your chakra. points.
Chakra, your 7, 8 chakras.
So Darren brings up a good point.
Namaste.
He says
Namaste.
he wants to believe, and he heard stuff at Doña Ana, and that kind of brings me to my point that I want to bring up as far as Doña Ana goes. We all sat in that area, okay? We had our EVPs going.
Mm-hmm.
Sure as shit, there was nobody else in there with us, right? You can attest to that,
I can
right?
tell. Yes.
We heard chatting. We heard talking. It was on the third floor, we thought, right? Third floor or second floor?
Yeah, we just knew it was above us.
We knew it was above
Yeah,
us.
Yeah.
We heard conversations going on. I mean, I had to take my headphones off and put my headphones back on just to make sure I wasn't hearing shit. But we heard talking going on.
I know, because Darren and I kept looking at each other while you were working with Wendy on,
Right,
on that
right.
at the time, and Darren and I keep looking at him,
Yep.
and he's going, "Yeah,
Yep.
something's going
And
on."
see, you didn't have to
Oh.
be in a different realm or dimension to get that.
No.
You have to be susceptible. You have to be open to it.
What we heard, I'm going to use Doña Ana as my baseline point forward.
model.
that
because
was our
we knew there was nobody else in the building with us, and the noises we heard came from inside that building.
Mhm.
And it had to be something.
So that's not your oh God moment.
It was. I think for me it was. Maybe not for Joey, but
Yeah.
for
Oh,
me
I
it
mean,
was.
there's residual energy that can be replayed. It was a stormy night,
Totally.
and so there was a lot of things going on outside, the rain and thunder and all that, which could bring up residual stuff. But the fact that there is residual stuff, that makes me believe in time travel.
Is not enough.
Well, like I said, I'm not looking for that.
You need to be slapped across the face, but you need to be physically affected before you.
He has been physically affected though.
Well, I know, but that's not enough to do it mentally.
What are you trying?
Yeah,
what
I
are
don't
you
know.
waiting-
See, I don't know what he's wanting me to
Right.
experience.
What are you
I don't get
waiting
what
for?
you're wanting me
What
to
are you waiting
experience.
for?
I just want to. I want to keep it investigating. I just like
Until-
to see what's happening.
And you're afraid if you get that, then you're going to lose it.
No, there's no fear.
But what do you think that when you finally get that confirmation, it's going to?
Okay, here we go. So I don't want someone else telling me that because I had this experience, that means this.
Right.
No,
You know, that's not what I want.
absolutely.
I want to have an experience that I have that says, wow, that was cool.
I think you're afraid of that.
No, I don't think he is.
No, I'm not afraid at all.
I disagree.
Are you skeptical of that happening?
No, because I've had experiences throughout my life. I think I was pretty much born with that ability because I knew things before they would happen when I was younger.
You
And
shared
even
that
through
story
high
with us.
school, I knew things would happen before they happened.
Right.
You know, it wasn't till and I'm not going to go into this because it would piss off a lot of people. But I went and did something that I was kind of expected to do as a young man.
Right.
And it totally screwed up my life.
Right. We all
And
did that.
so,
We all had that.
Not this. No, you haven't. And
But I wish you could have your oh God moment without.
it wouldn't be an
without
oh God
losing-
moment, though.
But why though? Why does he have to have that
Why?
experience?
You want me to have something that because you want to feel better about your
No,
feelings.
no,
You
no.
want me to validate what you believe.
No, no,
That's
no.
what you're looking for.
I want you to have the experience that I've had so that you can say,
exactly
but
because you
it's
want me
not-
to validate what you believe.
But that's
and
not gonna
that's not
happen.
going to
yes.
happen.
You don't know that.
It's not going to happen, dude, because I know. I know what I
Then why
I
are you
believe
doing this?
because
He's looking for his own
because I
answers.
know it's something different than what you think it is.
And I hope it is different.
Yeah.
But,
But
you're
that-
going to
but-
have that.
But that's the point, though. That's the point, Tim.
We're
is-
searching for it.
But we all have different things that we're searching for. That's the
Right,
point.
right.
The point is,
your encounter is not going to be the same as mine.
well, that's
Absolutely not.
Well, that's why you can't
That's what
say
I'm
he's
saying.
going to
I am
have that.
hoping you will have that.
You're hoping I'll have something that will validate what you believe.
No, what you believe.
He already has.
I
That,
already
though.
have.
He already has that experience.
So you're convinced?
That's why I'm so confused that you keep asking me about having this experience because I've had the experience that
enough to convince
enough
you
to
of
know that
paranormal.
what I believe is
Paranormal.
See, and
what,
I'll tell
what
you,
I'm going for. So
what my goal is, and this is different than Joey's, and I respect Joey's opinion
I
on
do
what
too.
he's looking for. I want to know that there's something other than this world. That's what I want to know.
and that's
that's
probably the
my
bottom
answer.
line.
Are you there
Right.
yet?
That's the bottom line. I believe, yes, I believe that something, I believe the energy does just not get snuffed out.
Right. So I think we're on the same page. We're just at different experiences.
Right.
And again, you're not going to have the same. You know,
No,
your
there's
and
no
so-
way you're going to experience
your so-called
Yeah.
come to Jesus moment is
Yeah,
not
so,
going to be mine.
so
or
it,
his.
it kind of
So-
pisses me off when you ask me those things because it's like, no, dude, that's not going to
No,
happen.
no. I'm saying, have you had that point where you've realized that there is something?
I think I've said
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's I said come to Jesus moment. I didn't
I know because that's your perspective of.
You know,
that's
this
the
is
thing
almost
to
turning into a
say.
Jerry Springer show.
That's cool, isn't it?
But I think we're on the same page.
I think so too. I
I think
think
we all believe in the paranormal. I think we all believe that there's a realm, there's dimensions, there's other things through what he's seen, what I've seen, and that's one of the reasons it's brought us all together.
That's what makes it so much fun.
But
It does,
that's
it
but,
does.
but here's the thing, though.
But I'm glad we're all different.
I don't think we should all have the same goal.
Oh, God, no.
We should all be getting what we want to get out of this.
If we did, this wouldn't even be a show.
No. No.
So it's good that we're all different
should be.
experiences, and,
Yeah, absolutely.
and everybody that comments on here is different.
Everybody's just sitting here in awe, just listening to us argue.
We've gone
Wow,
down. We've
so
gone
much
from
time has gone by.
45 to 3.
Right? Yeah.
No, time just flies, doesn't it?
It does.
No,
It
but
really
you
does
guys,
fly.
know what we're saying. I mean, everybody's got to have their own. I didn't mean come to Jesus. That's a wrong term. Their moment where they realize there's something else out there.
Right.
There's more than just this Earth and this planet. There's a different realm. There's a different dimension. I said come to Jesus moment, but that's not.
But I think we've all.
Yeah.
man.
No, I get it. I mean,
But I
'cause
think we've all.
that's where you come
I,
from.
I think we've all had that moment.
I think we've all hit that, but we're looking for more.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
as a society, we're never satisfied. You know, what I
Right.
mean? You
Well,
wanna
that's what I'm saying.
find
I don't think
more.
there'll ever be a moment where I've had an experience. It's like, oh, it can't go any.
That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more to experience.
Right.
If it is, we would
exactly.
be doing this.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm
that's
glad we
over.
figured that one out.
Thank you guys.
Vinny, you don't have to stay out of this one. This is a good topic. Good talk here.
Yeah, I'm the heathen.
You know what? That's what makes this show so wonderful is because there are different perspectives, there are different conclusions, there are different beliefs, there are different everything through all of us.
And you know what? At the end of the day, we all love each other, right?
We do.
Yeah.
That's the
I
way it
wouldn't.
goes.
Well, you know, and that's
I'd sleep with both of you.
I wouldn't go that far.
and that's one thing I've kind of really grasped was from my mom's passing was that when she visited one of my sisters and just told her it's not what we've been taught. It's just love.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's it. That's the ultimate power is love.
Right.
But you're right. I do wish you could have.
Stop saying that. Will you stop it? Too?
Yeah, no,
I do. I wish for that.
Why? I mean, I don't really.
I don't know.
I don't wish my thoughts upon you at all.
No, not my thoughts. I
or
wish
my
that you could have
experiences.
a interaction or a.
But here's my point. I'm going to stop you there. My point is, how do you know he hasn't already? Just because
Because I ask him.
But what your thought is, what your, I'm not going to say it, but what your moment is going to be different than what his moment is. He may have already had that moment.
Right.
And I've already may have had my moment.
But
You're
there
saying
were-
you wish he would have that. Maybe he
there
already
were
has.
there were times when we were investigating together, and he says, "I'm not a believer."
I don't think he's ever said that.
I'm not a believer in what you believe in.
right.
I mean, that's
different.
that's
different.
totally different.
That's different.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. No, I don't believe in what
Well,
you believe all the purposes of this life and all that.
And I
so-
probably don't believe in yours. I mean, that's fine.
Probably
That's
not.
But I wished you could have that. I was asking, have you had that point where you thought, yes, Star Trek is real?
I think he has. I have.
Star Trek?
You were a
Trekkie.
long time coming. It was harder for you.
I am
though.
a Trekkie.
Yeah.
No, but even with your experience with the UFO, it made me. Before that, I was like, UFOs. Come on, really?
But that's
Seriously,
not
is
gonna
that really that shit
Do
really
it for
happening?
You had to have your own.
In the paranormal world, I'm with Joey. I didn't want to hear somebody else say, "Oh, this place is haunted," or this happened to me last time." I want it to happen to me.
Exactly.
And you know what? It has.
Okay.
It has. But again, I want more. I want
Right.
to keep experiencing these
Yeah.
things. I want to go to that next level. I want to go to Wendy's level. I want to go to Rebecca's level. I want to go. I want to be able to experience the things they experience when they see things. I want to be able to see those things.
Yeah.
I want to figure out how to open myself up to do it. It's not even about a belief system at that
No,
point.
it's just,
about an
I
experience.
don't want to be done after that. Once that happens, I don't want the,
You
that-
decide that. Nobody else decides that.
Right.
You decide when you're
Yeah,
done.
and that's what I'm saying. I don't think that will ever happen.
Right.
That I'll get to that point where it's like, oh, this is it. I've had all the experiences.
You know,
I'm
we
gonna
need
have.
to find Bigfoot.
So. Yeah, that's a whole different investigation there. But yeah, so no, when you're saying you want me to experience what you've had,
No. I want
you keep even though you keep saying no, that's what you keep saying.
Right.
That's what you keep
I
saying.
want you to have that moment where you believe in paranormal activity.
And he has.
And I have.
He's already had that.
I've had that. I believe that.
But he wants more, just like we do.
But you're wanting me to see it in the light that you see it, is what it keeps coming across.
I'm sorry. I don't.
And
mean
so it's like, no,
that. I don't mean it that way.
yeah. So that's why
I want you to have
yeah.
your own personal experience,
and I do
that
have
pushes
those.
you over the edge. It has nothing to do with how I can influence it. It's how you
see. Then you can't ask me the question because
have you had a paranormal.
because I can say yes, I have, but you keep pushing for something that's like you want me to validate what you've experienced.
Oh no!
And
You'll
that's
never
how-
see a UFO.
I've seen UFOs.
It goes more than that, though.
No, I've seen UFOs.
Have you been probed?
Yeah, Keith took pictures.
All right. So I made my point. Story over.
Oh, where'd that Parapalooza overlay come from?
Oh, really? Why did that come on there?
Like, if you've been probed, we're on the same page.
Oh, there it is. Gone. Sorry.
That's funny.
I accidentally
I
clicked
just
on
want you to
something.
be probed like I have. That's all I want.
I wanted to play this next piece of evidence, so real quick. I mean,
Okay.
I'm kind of running out of time.
What
but
is this?
This was a really cool piece of evidence we got at the Adobe Deli. So this is when Joey was interviewing.
Oh, yeah.
I think
It
it
was
was
Kevin. It was Kevin.
It was Kevin you were
Yeah.
interviewing, and this is one of the times where the ghost tube really came through and made me a believer in the ghost tube. So I want to play this. Real
Okay,
quick.
so you're.
Now we're going as many places as we can, and I love everything we do.
Was it my blood?
How long you been with them?
So we've been doing this for about 3 years now, 2.5 years.
Is it
somewhere
yours?
Around there, and we've been investigating on our own for probably about 4 or 5 years.
Whose blood was it?
What do you say has been your most definitive experience? Or have you had something that's...
Was there a lot of blood?
We've had a lot. I'd have to say some of my most memorable. One of the most memorable and one of the first real big experiences we had was at the.
Can you say my name?
We were actually sitting there wrapping up our investigation. We used to know one of the ladies that worked there. So she went to go turn on all the lights and do all that stuff. Well, in the meantime, we heard something behind us and we were packing everything up. We turned around.
Behind
It
you.
was a bag. Oh, shit. Did I really just say what I think I did?
Fucking shit. Oh my
I
god.
just-
Wait.
I should.
Okay, so we just caught that in the middle of this
It
investigation.
said blood 2 seconds before.
It said blood, and then it
I
said
behind us, and it said
behind you.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well,
Here we go.
And that's what
Have a
happens.
new one.
That's kind of part of this whole thing.
I-
That was very interesting.
So that was a cool experience. So we had a few other episodes, I guess, with the ghost tube that night that were pretty relevant, but that one was just
Yeah,
the most-
that one was just like timely.
yeah, it was. That was pretty cool.
That was
So
a lot of fun. It made for an
Do we
interesting
need
interview.
to throw some more in here before we're done, or
We're almost at 2 hours now, aren't we?
yeah, we're almost there.
Wow. Where's the time go?
so I have 30 people watching?
Whoops. Yeah. So. Yeah. And I apologize if I've offended you anyway, Tim.
Oh God, no.
Okay, good. All right, no. I mean, because I love you
I
for
love
who you are.
I love you for
and,
who you are. And,
yeah,
and we're
it's-
going to
it's
believe
just
differently,
awesome.
but and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. I love you more than you know, and I respect the difference, the different concepts and the different everything. I still need to believe that I'm not crazy, and I'm not gonna achieve that until I talk to everybody else that believes in what they believe. So I don't put anybody to doubt. I mean, I respect everybody's point of view because I don't expect anybody to believe my point of view.
But that's where I think the
So
paranormal
that would
community,
be wrong for me to not understand your point of view
Mm-hmm.
if I tried to put my point of view on everybody, because nobody's going to believe what I've been through.
Well, I think that's the point right there. Is
That's what's
when-
brought us together.
Yeah, no, and it is, and
And what
I think
makes me
it's-
love
I
you
think-
guys so much is that we have different
I
opinions.
think it's because of we all have such different experiences
Very.
in it. You know that when we try to relate our experience to what somebody else has experienced, then we're kind of doing a disservice there.
We kind of
So-
push our beliefs on each other, and I don't
but-
want to do that.
But in the end, it's not a question of belief, really. It's a question of we can all believe what we want to believe, but we're all searching for the same answer.
Exactly.
We're all
Yeah.
seeing if there's something else
Exactly.
out there.
Yeah,
Your experiences, my experiences are all going to be different, but we're going to have to come to an agreement on a level that we have to agree that it's different.
It all leads to the
Not that
proverbial
you're right
toilet
or I'm
bowl.
right. Yeah. Not that anybody's right or wrong. It's just that
But that's the beauty of it.
it
No
is.
matter what your belief is,
And that's
nobody,
what's going to make this show.
nobody knows if
That's
you're
what-
right or wrong.
That's what's going to make this show.
Right.
Nobody
mean,
has the answer.
No.
Because everybody thinks they're right. So
No, I can play recordings all day long about NORAD and all that stuff, but it's not going to prove it.
If we had the answers, none of the shit would even matter.
We
anymore.
wouldn't be here.
you know,
Right.
So
So I'm not offended at
No.
all.
Okay, good. No, because like I said, the bottom line or the top line or whatever you want to look at it is that we love each other, and
we're all gonna
we're
die.
we're all looking to go to the same
place.
basically.
That's
you know,
right.
however we get there.
Our,
So I say
that's
it's the
how we want to achieve
it's the
it.
proverbial toilet bowl. You know, everything kind of spins around.
We all
all
come to
kinds
the
of
same
shit.
place.
And it's going to take 3 special people to get to that proverbial toilet bowl.
And we love everybody out there. Everybody
Yeah,
is
we
part of
do.
our family, and you know, it's just,
Thanks for joining us in the toilet
this
tonight.
became very Jerry Springer tonight, but it was great. It was good to kind of air out. all
No,
that
I mean,
stuff, so it's good.
this was special. This is very special because you guys know this isn't fake.
right.
You guys know that this is real because we've all had our different experiences, and this is not just some sort of hoax or YouTube channel where people are trying to get attention. I mean, this is real. This is our hearts.
No, we hope
This
that
is
everything
our
we present
beliefs.
to you is
It's real.
And it always will
Yeah.
be. And I respect everybody's opinion as we all do.
And if you guys haven't, seriously, if you haven't gone to our channel and watched the
You gotta go
previous
watch some of the
episodes,
shows.
go check them out. I mean, we try to bring you. Some of our shows are a little bit funnier than others, and we have some good times. But for the most part, when it comes to the paranormal stuff, we try to bring you.
Everybody's saying
solid
hugs and loves.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we
Yes.
love you
That's
guys.
what I
We
say.
all
That-
love
that's
each other.
the-
Don't
that's the-
don't get this wrong. This is what the show's about.
Tim's got to start shit every time he's on the show. I don't know why. I'm just kidding.
That's all right. That's what I'm here for.
It's the truth about beer and
And all the crap we want to talk about. So.
all the crap that goes down that proverbial bowl.
That's right. That's right.
But isn't that wonderful that you can have people that can be opinionated and different ideas and all that stuff and still combine it together and
Now we're getting into politics, and I definitely don't want to.
no,
do
I don't
that
want to
shit,
talk
so-
politics. I'm just saying your belief, my belief, your belief, and the fact that we're not all doing this as the same.
That's what makes the world go round, man. We all have our thoughts, and we all.
You know how
And that's
boring
why-
it would be if everybody was the same.
Oh,
And that's
yeah,
why we
yeah,
want all of
forget it.
our followers to chime in because we want to hear your opinions as much as you probably have heard our opinions. It's going to be just as special.
I don't think anybody wants to hear what we have to say after this night. But
Just don't
No,
go
this has been
unfollow
a- this
our
has been-
channel.
Yeah,
this-
please
Please don't unsubscribe.
yeah,
This has been a good show. Don't
No,
you guys stop?
no, it's good. It's good that we talk about things like this. But that's what we kind of wanted
See,
to talk
now,
about.
what's
was-
your last 15 comments? It's all going to be wonderful.
It's all hugs and
all hugs
kisses.
and kisses.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
And we
And that's
love
why
it all.
people, that's why you guys are watching us.
And we do need to go back to Donna Anna, and we need to take Tim with us
Yes.
Yes.
for sure.
Let's
'Cause
go.
that is
And Lindsay didn't get to go last time either. She needs
that's
to
right.
go
She
too.
didn't get
So
to go.
this will be a lot of fun. That's
We got a lot of stuff to do. We have to, the airplanes.
we have so much shit.
we
do.
need to
You
get
don't
some
even know.
episodes out.
Yes, that needs to be our first.
Hey,
goal.
we're going to be busy for a while.
But I do want to say we have a really cool show in store for you guys next week.
Oh, we do.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, our Halloween special.
No,
Kind of a,
our
it's
pre-Halloween
pre-Halloween
special.
special.
So we're going to be talking horror films next.
I'm
week,
not going to
so.
Mexico,
You're
so
not?
I'll be here.
You'll be here.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
be here.
good, good. And then we did. I think it was a unanimous vote that we are doing a show on the 30th, that Friday,
yeah.
before Halloween.
Are we dressing up?
Sure. And I'm thinking we're gonna broadcast from my
From your
graveyard
front yard.
out
Yeah,
front.
that'd be great.
All right, that'd be cool.
So I'm thinking
Yeah.
that'll be a fun night to do.
I'll hit the Hummer lights.
I don't think we need that. We
We'll
got enough
light it up.
spooky effects. We're good. We're good with that. So
Oh, that'd be cool.
no, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be cool. So next week we're gonna be talking horror shows.
Yes.
So we want you guys to join into that too. And if you have a favorite horror show that you like to talk about, let us know because it's gonna be coming.
Got some pretty special guests coming on.
We
next
do.
week,
It's gonna be a
so
lot of fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
The whole cast of horror film
Yep.
people.
And yes, we'll dress up for the 30th.
So, what do you want? What have you have in mind? What you want to do?
We're not gonna talk about that.
Oh, on the
This is
on,
gonna
It's gonna be a
surprise.
surprise.
oh yeah.
It's gonna be a surprise.
But
Keep
do
it
you
a
know?
surprise.
But do you know?
I do. Yeah.
You know what you're going to be?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm going to be.
Yeah, I already got mine picked out.
Can you guys help me?
We can.
Well, off
we can help you.
of
Off air.
Off air. Yeah, we'll talk about that off air.
yeah.
I got a great tutu that'll fit you. No, I'm just kidding.
I have a coconut bra.
Oh, so it's Pam and Vinny's anniversary today.
Happy
Happy
Whoa,
anniversary.
crap.
Wow.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Yay.
We just got to have some fun with them this weekend. It was a
Yeah,
lot of,
and we're in talks
pleasure.
about building a very special contraption.
Mm.
In the graveyard?
Oh, that'd be a great place to play with it.
You had that conversation?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I wasn't privy to that. That's good though.
Yeah,
I'm glad
no,
you did.
we're
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Nope, not talking about it.
not on air. No, this is.
Zip it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so happy anniversary to Vinny and Pam. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Very cool. How many years, guys?
Come on, spit it out.
Let's
Spit it
go
out.
for
Spit it out. We're
For
waiting.
that.
Better not be more than me.
While we're waiting, as you notice, we're all kind of getting kind of shaggy here.
Fuzzy.
If it wasn't so white, you could see a little bit more.
yours.
No, I think mine's pretty.
Mine's whiter. No, you've got black all.
Mine has just for men on it, or it would be totally white. So
Mine's like Frosty the Snowman.
So we're going for 1,000 subscribers.
Please help us out so I can shave. My wife is so mad at me.
Well, and in an effort not to make this carry on for the next 5 fucking years, we said that we will dye our beards. When we hit
36
1,000.
years.
36. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That is freaking awesome. That's
Dude,
awesome.
I had 18. I wasn't even close.
That's awesome.
you're halfway there.
Yeah, you are.
Holy
That's true.
crap! Kill me. I don't want that long.
Congratulations, guys.
Sorry,
awesome.
baby, if you're listening. I do not want to be married that long.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, 36 years.
My
What?
parents just celebrated their 55th anniversary.
My grandparents did 82.
Wow. Wow.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's depressing.
It's not. Wow.
I remember their 50th anniversary when I was a little kid. Like, it was funny.
That's about right for 80. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were a little
But
kid.
then
at 50.
82.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? And my dad celebrated his 90th birthday this.
Oh,
cool.
That's
this week,
awesome.
too.
That's right.
Yeah, and
Only my
because of
grandpa.
the COVID thing, we couldn't get the venue that we were going to have the open house at, so didn't get to go up to join him for that. So
That's
we're-
awesome. Cheers to his health.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Yep.
Hopefully next spring we'll all be able to get together
Yep.
to celebrate his.
Cheers to Pam and Vinny.
90th. And yes, absolutely. 36 years is awesome.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Very cool.
I really don't want that.
Yes, you do. So next week, don't forget to join in. We have our horror show episode, which is going
Our
to be a lot
horror
of
show.
fun. If you guys have any suggestions on some horror shows we could talk about, please let us know. I mean, I'm sure we have our list of our favorites.
Yeah, please comment and all that on the next episode, though, when we do it, because we
Yeah,
want to
we're
hear
gonna-
about your favorite.
We're going to have Mike with Super Horror Show on, and Mr. Craig Layton, we're going to bring him on as well.
Michael Myers himself.
And some other surprise guests.
Michael, you know a good friend of mine called Brian Perry or Bruce Perry. It was a good friend of my brother's that died 3 years ago. And I guess you're friends with him. So I just want to do a shout out and let you know that that was my brother, Kelly Rice.
Wow.
Bruce Perry and Brian Perry.
Is the world pretty small?
It's a small
Yeah.
world.
They commented on his post the other day, and I'm like, wow, I had no idea that my brother knew the same guy.
Wow, that is crazy.
Isn't that
It's
crazy?
pretty cool.
We need to show our para family.
Well, we still didn't get it updated.
We need to update
Damn
it.
it.
Though. We have to update that because there's a lot more people
Yeah.
that are following us. So we'll get that updated by. Can we tell them next week?
Let's do it tonight. So
We'll do it tonight.
I'll
Get it.
transfer it over to you, and let's do
Okay.
it before we forget.
Yeah, we'll get it updated tonight for
Um,
sure. So that'll be
Here,
cool.
I'm going to close the old MacBook.
There it goes. Your other thing still didn't disappear yet, but it will.
It's got to.
It's got to disappear. But
But
we
look, all of a sudden the picture got better, didn't it? No, it's still pretty nasty.
I don't understand why it doesn't make any
Look
sense.
at all our
It's really wild.
subscribers, man. And we're not even
No, that's
repeating
our
them.
para family.
That's our
from-
para family.
para
We're not
family
even
from-
repeating them, are we?
Yeah, it does repeat.
Now it'll
darn.
But this one's really short. We wait until we upload the new one.
we upload it. We got a lot more people on there. So
it's cool.
if you're not on here, we do apologize. We will get you on here, but this was about a month old. So
It's almost a couple
longer than
months
that.
old.
It's probably
Yeah,
a couple months
it's
old
a couple
now.
months
Yeah.
old now.
Yeah. But we do appreciate you guys jumping on with us every week. It's a lot of fun. We like hearing your opinions and you putting up with us for 2 hours.
I can't believe anybody stayed with us that long.
I know, right? We still got quite a few people on, so we're good.
Yeah.
We're
That's cool.
running good. It's awesome. So yeah, next week's gonna be a lot of fun. Then we got Halloween coming up after that, which is gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hope all you guys are gonna plan on doing Halloween this year. And one thing I want to bring up, Joey, is that we want to see your selfies.
Yeah,
We
you
do.
guys
So we're
send
trying
those
to
in.
do a selfie-sode part 2 this year, and we'd like to do that on Halloween. So for our special event, please send us some pictures of you guys dressed up, or however whatever you want to
Or
send.
with your if you decorate for Halloween, your yards and stuff.
Yeah,
it'd be
show
great
us your
to
heart-
see some
your yards, your
pictures of your
house.
yards
if you don't dress
with
up.
you in the picture.
Yep. Joey, by the way, I saw the video you sent me of your yard, and it looks really good. It looks really
thanks.
cool. Very cool.
It's
So,
fun.
Yeah, if you got videos, we can upload videos on here and share them with everybody. If you got some cool decorations going on, we'd love to see it.
That's funny, Wendy.
What do Wendy say?
Who will?
I think she was talking about Darren.
Well,
Darren,
yeah,
maybe.
Shadow Man. All right.
All right, so let me stop this. Where is that? Okay, there's that. All right.
I can't believe it's over, man.
I know, right?
Where did the time go?
It goes by so fast. It sucks.
And what did we learn tonight?
We love each other,
We do, and that is the top
no
line.
matter what your differences are. And remember that coming up.
We love
Yeah.
each other, and there's a reason that Jerry Springer's still on TV.
Yes.
No, seriously. it was good.
Trauma.
We love you guys, and we love all you guys joining us, and we hope you join us every week from this point forward. We are.
Yeah, tell your friends, man.
We just realized we've been doing
Yeah.
this for 5 months.
Yeah, it's crazy.
20 episodes.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So we're going to need a lot more
Does
subscribers
it look like
so we can
part of my
shave.
glass is broken?
It does because
That's-
it's cut off there.
Yeah, it's
That's
wild.
interesting.
Yeah, so please have your friends
subscribe
subscribe,
Yep, share us.
so we can
share.
shave.
and comment and
My wife
get
will
us
start
out there.
My wife will start paying money for subscribers to get me to shave.
He said the picture cleared up when we're ending. Of course that works.
Of course it
That's
does.
how it works.
Yeah, we're almost done.
well, maybe it was my laptop then.
Oh, maybe, huh?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's kind of weird.
it definitely does look better. Okay, so maybe
so-
we can't do that again.
Unfortunately, we're not singing tonight. Sorry, guys.
Well, that does make sense because that was
Eating up bandwidth.
in bandwidth. Yeah,
So, possibly.
being off the same network. So
So we'll have to figure that out for next time.
yeah, I guess we will be downloading.
Be uploading everything. Yeah, exactly. Well, this has been the Truth About Beer and number 20, a recap of our paranormal investigations over the last year and a half. We hope you guys
Yours
go to
is
our
a different
YouTube
color.
channel. It is kind of a different color, huh? We hope you guys go to our YouTube channel and check out our past investigations and let us know what you think of them because we think they're kind of special. And we
Yes,
hope
we
to
do.
bring you more here.
we
in
think
the
you're
coming
special.
days. We do.
We do.
We love you guys.
And please tell your friends to subscribe.
And that's not the beer talking.
Or is it?
And
No, it's not.
All right. No, it's not. Until next time. Cheers, everybody.
We'll see you.
You are wondering where to find the Truth About Beer and merchandise? You've come to the right place. BS Designs has all the merch you've been looking for, from t-shirts and koozies to the very collectible The Truth About Beer and themed gnomes. Visit BS Designs today.
You're looking to fill up your man cave, she shed, or just looking to decorate or redecorate your house? Please visit our good friends at Boomer's Department Stores. And while you're there, be sure to check out their blog page.
Whether you're an aspiring paranormal enthusiast or a seasoned professional, or perhaps you're just looking to add to your equipment inventory, look no further than Ghost Hunters Outlet. they have all your equipment needs. For a limited time, mention the word beer in the promotional code for additional savings. And be sure to watch The Truth About Beer and on YouTube.
Welcome to The Truth About Beer.